Tyler just dropped this very direct message to the fans about what to expect for the Breach tour. I wasn't going to make a video on this, but the more I've sat in it, I'm actually like kind of emotional, which is like so shocking to me. So basically Tyler does confirm that there are going to be Josh vocals on Drum Show, which is super exciting. We're all looking forward to that, and we have been since like the Trench era. The music video will not be lore related. However, Tyler confirms that City Walls is the final lore related music video on Breach, and that song and music video will come out together on the release date of September 12th. Let that sink in a little bit, because I just assumed that we would be getting lore drip fed to us throughout the entire tour, and then we would receive like the final lore music video to wrap up the entire story once the tour concluded. So being faced with like the finality of the ending is actually really sad. I'm so proud of this story that they've crafted, but just realizing that we won't have lore to theorize about during the tour, it's really sad. I kind of expected them to kind of drip feed us more lore throughout the Breach tour, similarly like they did with the Clancy tour. But the finality of the verbiage of his post leads me to think that no, City Walls is the definitive ending. And he also mentions that Intentions, the final track on Breach, is kind of like deconstructing that music video and that finale. So who knows, maybe the music video of City Walls will be like open to interpretation, and then Tyler goes into further detail describing the ending with Intentions. Maybe, we'll see. Seeing that City Walls is the only remaining lore music video, that makes me wonder, are there going to be any other lore related songs in Breach, or is Breach kind of like a compilation of random ideas that they mashed together to make this final album? In the next slide, Tyler says that he basically gave everything he had to Breach, and he doesn't know when they're going to tour after the Breach tour. He's not saying they'll never tour again, but he's saying there's no plans for touring after Breach launches and the Breach tour concludes. And I think as I've sat with this news over the past hour, that alone has hit me the hardest, because it just really makes me appreciate this band and what they've done for a decade of storytelling. And I love this story. I love the lore. But on the other hand, I don't know how much further they can stretch this concept. And so all good things have to come to an end. But now that the end date is set and that finality is there in Tyler's words and in the post, and it feels kind of somber, man, it's like, it's really hitting. But yeah, this feels very finite, very definitive, and I appreciate the transparency from Tyler on that, just to inform our expectations going into this last leg of the story. And it all ends in less than a month.